Hi, everybody. I'm John Kanary with Action Ideas. I have an idea that I'd like to share with you, and it's from my book that I wrote many years ago. It's called Breaking Through Limitations. And the first page of that book always excites me because it starts off with, this world would stop if it were run by people who said it can't be done. Do you know how many people may be watching this today, or how many people on this planet are living with an idea of something they'd love to do, but they don't believe they can do it? And they ask the advice of people who have never done anything that they can actually, whether they can do it or not. And I thought something from the first page of my book, that in 1899, Charles Duell was the commissioner of the United States Patents Office. And he wrote a letter of resignation to the President of the United States. And in that letter, he said we should close the Patents Office because everything that will be invented, it has already been invented. We've reached the end. We can't go any further. That was in 1899. In 1923, a man by the name of Robert Millikan, who won the Nobel Peace Prize for physics, he said we will never tap the power of the atom. Can you imagine trying to sell that idea to Albert Einstein? And something real funny in 1921. In 1921, a great ball player, a pitcher with the Washington Senators at that time, his name was Tris Speaker, Hall of Famer. And he said that Babe Ruth, who just gave up pitching every day to be a full-time player every day, just made a very serious mistake. We would never have heard about the great home run hitter if that had happened, most likely. And then take Gates, Mr. Gates, Bill Gates. Do you know, in his first 12 years of business, from the day he started, he became one of the world's wealthiest people. Now, probably the most wealthy person on the planet, the wealthiest person on the planet. And a young lady that I met a number of years ago in Chicago, I was sitting at a table with a man by the name of Milt Campbell. Milt Campbell, of course, was one of the world's great athletes, won the decathlon in 1956 in Australia. And sitting beside him was Wilma Rudolph, who, by the way, was a young lady with a club foot. And yet, she went to the Olympics and won a gold medal with a club foot. You know, every single day. Maybe it could be you that's being held back today because somebody that you think ought to know better has told you that maybe you can't make your enterprise or the idea or the concept you have to have it really work in your life. You know, I think that it may be just a little thing, but I really believe that it's out of a power of little things that we create some of the world's greatest and biggest things. So I want you to think about, maybe play this message, maybe play it once more. And just think of the idea that this world would stop if it were run by people who said it can't be done. You don't want to take a look back like 20 years from now and say, if only I woulda, if only I coulda, if only I shoulda. You don't want to really find yourself in that particular vibration. Make a decision today. Take and write out a full page on what this idea you have looks like if it were to become a reality. And the reality is going to be totally up to you and your choice of thoughts. Keep this in mind. There's a law of life that says there's good and bad in everything. It's called the law of polarity. You can focus on and give energy to why it won't work, or you can focus on and give it energy to why it will work. That choice is strictly up to you. And if you stick with that choice for just a period of time, I guarantee you, an energy starts to form in the way of a result. Feedback starts from different people. All kinds of strange and marvelous things begin to happen as you really embrace and get a hold of the idea. Keep that in mind. This is John Kanary, and I'd like you to go to a website, johnkanary.com/CTC. There's an exciting, interesting video on that site that I think you will find most interesting in developing your idea for greatness. Thank you very much.